Welcome to MincoBulldogs.tv as we get ready for the Lady Bulldogs to take on the Lady Comets of Hinton here in the second round of regional action. This is the winner's bracket. The Minco Lady Bulldogs, they came out with a W in the first game against the Wynnewood Lady Savages. Won that one 9-1. And then after that, Luther and Hinton played. Luther was the second seed, Hinton was the third seed, but Hinton came away with a 3-1 win. And so they moved on to the winner's bracket and get to take on the Lady Bulldogs here. If you win this one, you stay in the winner's bracket. You just got to win one more. And so it's going to be quite the battle today for the Lady Bulldogs against these Hinton Lady Comets. Lady Comets are pretty good. They've got a record of 23-8 on the year. Minco is now officially 31-8, and so they have played excellent. And so Sophie Barrett's going to be up to bat first. For the Lady Comets, Briley Keeble is going to be pitching and in the circle, and she's going to start up high with ball one. Julie Honer is at catcher. She's the freshman. Dallas Brothers, the senior, at third. J.C. Little at shortstop. Emily Mock at second. Lane Ray at first. There's pitch number two, and that's ball number two. So it looks like in center field is Tara Honer. Left field is Morgan Brothers, and right field is Hannah Fitzgerald. So that's in the field for these Minco Lady Bulldogs. They have played so well this year, and they're trying to make their way to state. And it looks like that's going to be up. And 3 balls, no strikes for Briley Keeble. She's been an excellent pitcher. She's trying to find her rhythm here. First game she's going to be pitching here in the playoffs. I don't remember her pitching last year, and so this is probably her first game in the playoffs as she's a sophomore, and going to get the strike call on that one. Caught the corner. It was close. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Sophie Barrett, number 8, is up to bat for the Hinton Lady Comets. And there's strike number 2. She's going to, off a brother's glove. Going to have to pick it up. Looked like it was going to be an easy play there as it was hit over to Dallas Brothers at third. It rolled off of her glove as she began to start the motion of throwing before she got it. And so an unforced error right there on the Lady Bulldogs. Very uncommon for the defense to do that of the Lady Bulldogs. Usually they are rock solid on their defensive efforts, and so missed that one. And usually an error turns into a run, so we'll see if they can limit the damage here for the Lady Bulldogs. Going to show bunt, puts it down. Keeble's going to have to make the play, and she does. Got it over to Lane Ray for the out number 1. And they moved the bat around. That was Sierra Weathers that bunted that ball. And so that'll bring up number 9, MJ Hamilton. So runner on second, 1 out. And that's the damage that usually happens with an error. They just keep moving around. Going to have to make a quick play. Good job by Dallas Brothers. Got it over to Lane Ray to get the out number 2. And so the Lady Comets have moved their runner around right into scoring position. So Hannah Deviney is up for the Lady Comets. She's going to be batting in the 4-hole. There's 2 outs and a runner on third. That's going to be inside. Fouled off, straight back. So we strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on third as we're in the top of the first. So Briley Keeble in the circle, pitching to Julie Honer, the freshman. That's going to be a little too far inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So she's trying to find the corner. She's got a lot of pop to her pitch, and she can bring some heat. If she can begin to locate well, that's going to bid well for the Lady Bulldogs. And there's one down the middle, a little too fast for her, strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Had an error on the first batter. She's made her way over to third. So the Lady Bulldogs trying to get out of here and not let that error bring damage to the scoreboard. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, way inside. She went ahead and swung at it. She hit it foul over to the dugout. Well, that was way in her hands. I don't know how it didn't hit her hands. So it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Really brought that on the inside there. This is the pitcher's pitch. She's in control here at this at-bat. Right on the outside corner. And he called that outside. I don't know how he called that outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wow. From our vantage point, they look like a strike to me. He's going to like the inside, it looks like. Straight back. And she's going to continue to battle. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. Well, the wind is still blowing from the south straight into the batter's face. You're going to really have to hit one hard to get one out today. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. On the inside, hit over to Lane Ray. She scoops it up, no problem. Steps on the bag, and that'll be out number 3. And Keeble and the Lady Bulldogs get out of the inning with no runs allowed. So a really good job by the defense there. Really good job by Keeble to get out of that inning with no runs allowed, as an error was committed on the first batter. And so a good job by the Lady Bulldogs defense. And so now the Hinton Lady Comets will get ready for the bottom of the first here, and the Lady Bulldogs will see if they can come up with a hit. Here we go for the bottom of the first. Lane Ray is going to be up to bat for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 8, she'll start us off. She had a great game the first game today. We'll see if she can continue that hot streak. Number 9, MJ Hamilton's pitching for the Lady Comets. Number 10, Remington King is the, or no, yeah, I believe that is, or maybe that's 00. That's 00, Hannah Deviney. That is the catcher. So Lane Ray will see if she can get us started here. Get on base, make something happen. Put some pressure on that defense and on that pitcher. There's a pitch that's going to be high, ball 1. Leadoff hitter, that's what you want to do. You want to start off. You want to get on the base some way, somehow. That's going to be ball 2. That's high as well. So a little bit too much adrenaline there for Hamilton. She's going to put that one down the middle. Stays high with it, but it's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a pitch on the inside, fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I was waiting for it to hit the top of our press box here, but it did not. So Lane Ray battling up, trying to figure a way to get on that bag. She's going to foul that one back as well. So she's battled up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs as we start the bottom of the first. Hinton couldn't put anything on the board. The Bulldogs are going to see if they can. There's a hit to center field. Center fielder's camping under it, and she's going to catch it for the first out. Got under it a little bit. And that wind coming in is going to make that ball hold up in the air. So out number 1 as they hit it out to center field. Sophie Barrett out there able to catch that ball. So this is number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald, up to bat. Hannah Fitzgerald bats from the left side. She's what we call a slap hitter. They're just looking to find a hole out there somewhere. Maybe put one down, use her speed on the base pass. She's going to take a little hit, and it's going to fall fair as it just falls over the third base. She's going to look to go to second. She is stuck, and she's going to dive in and just make it. And she almost made a mistake there. She tried to head out when they weren't looking, but she was able to get back, and so that ball hit right over the third base. I mean, just barely stayed fair. And then as it hit the fair territory, it rolled out. And so they had to go chase it, and she had an idea to go to second, but wisely got back in time. And so there's one out, Hannah Fitzgerald on first. This will bring up number 1, the senior Tara Honer. She pitched the first game today, had a great outing in 7 innings. She also hit one out there in the 6th inning. Fitzgerald's going to take off, swing by Honer, and it's going to go out right field over the foul fence. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Fitzgerald on first. There's on inside. It's going to be fouled straight back. So no balls, 2 strikes. Fouled that one back as well. So no balls, 2 strikes, it stays, 1 out. Fitzgerald on first. I will say the left fielder and right fielder are playing fairly close to their lines, so the gaps are open, I would say. Center fielder playing straight up. There's strike number 3 as she misses it on the outside. She's trying to take it over to the right field side, and she struck out, and so that's out number 2. So Dallas Brothers, number 5, she will come up to bat with Fitzgerald on first, 2 outs. That's going to be inside. Fitzgerald takes off. She's got it, no problem. And it goes into the outfield, and she checks up. The ball's rolling everywhere. Nice steal by Fitzgerald. Got a really good jump. And so now we've got somebody in scoring position as Fitzgerald gets that steal. And so now Brothers can find a gap. She'll probably find herself with an RBI right here. So 1 ball, no strikes. Right down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second. Trying to find a gap here. There's a changeup. He's going to keep that outside. He does not like that outside corner. That corner on the right side, he's saying it's too far. That's because he's set up so far inside, so the girls are just going to have to adjust. There's inside. Going to hit a rocket over to the dugout on the third base side. And so it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yeah, so far this umpire, he sets up on the inside quite a ways. And it didn't look like he wants to give that outside corner. I think we've seen 1 for the Bulldogs and now 1 for the Comets not be called. That's going to be high, and so that'll make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fitzgerald on second. So she's in scoring position. Let's see what Dallas Brothers can do right here at this at-bat. There's down the middle. She's going to foul it back. Boy, a lot of foul balls in this first at-bats against Hamilton, the Lady Comets pitcher. So full count. See if Fitzgerald will be running here. She is. Hit hard to shortstop. Ooh, and ate her up. She's going to head home, and she's going to make it no problem. And Dallas Brothers hits a rocket at the first baseman, or at the shortstop, and the shortstop could not handle the bounce, got it up on her shoulder, and so it ended up rolling out into the outfield, Hannah Fitzgerald was moving on the pitch, so that means she was ready to go, and she made it home no problem and scored the first run. So Brothers gets the RBI single. I wouldn't call that an error. That hit was so hard, that would be a hit. So Julie Honer up to bat. Number 21. She bats in this 5-hole. Got some power. That was on the inside. Going to call that. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind's not blowing quite as hard as it was this afternoon, but still blowing in a little bit. There was a check swing, and he's going to call it. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going to have to battle up here. She takes it high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leaves it down. Oh no, he's going to call her out. Caught her at her knees, and so going to call out number 3. But the Lady Bulldogs able to get a run. Dallas Brothers able to get an RBI. And so we'll go to the top of the second. And so that's what you want. You want to get a run. Kept them to 0, and you got something on the board, so you call that a good inning. And so good job by the Lady Bulldogs. And so we'll get you going for the top of the second here in just a moment. Well, we'll get you going here for the top of the second inning. The Minco Lady Bulldogs 1, Hinton Lady Comets 0. So a good first inning of defense. They did have 1 error, the Bulldogs did, but able to limit the damage. They didn't let anybody score. Keeble began to find her zone, kind of figuring the umpire out, I believe. And so the Lady Bulldogs will try to keep these zeros every inning. Number 21, Alyssa Hell, is up for the Lady Comets as Briley Keeble, number 22, will be in the circle. First pitch, and it's a strike. That's a good way to start off. That's one thing I've liked about her pitching. She loves to stay ahead of the count, and that makes you a really good pitcher if you can do that, because you can begin to choose what you want those batters to swing at. There's strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. That's exactly what you want. And so now you can kind of throw this pitch where you want to, see if you can get him to swing at a bad pitch. Throw something nasty at him. Get all sorts of options right here with the 0-2 count. Throws it right down the middle for strike 3. She was not swinging. And so out number 1, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. And so number 8, Charlie Van Huss, is up for the Lady Comets. So 1 out as Keeble mows her down with 3 straight strikes for the out. On the inside, she fouled it back. That'll be strike 1. Begin to see a little shadow, I can tell, on the screen. Haven't turned the lights on, so it's going to be the best we got. Going to hit that. That just went into the dugout. Out of the reach of Lane Ray. She couldn't quite get to it. And so no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Briley Keeble has pitched 5 pitches this inning so far, and all of them have ended up as strikes. There's a foul straight back. So that'll be the first non-strike pitch she's pitched this inning. She is hammering the zone right now. See if she throws something a little off here. She goes inside, strike number 3. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Briley Keeble finding her zone right now. And she is bringing the heat, and she is just coming right onto their hands. And so number 15, Alyssa Gomez, will come up. And there's 2 outs here in this second inning. There's one right down the middle again. So strike 1. She hadn't thrown a ball yet this inning. Two up, 2 down. Here comes the third batter here. She's going to foul it straight back. And so no balls, 2 strikes. I'm going to be fairly impressed if she doesn't throw a ball at all here and able to get all 3 of them out. Misses it inside. Nice little pitch there, and there's the first ball. But a really good spot right there. Try to get that left-handed hitter to swing at a bad pitch. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. We're at the top of the second here in this second round of regional action. There's a hit right back to her. She's going to take her time, get it over to Ray, and that'll be the third out. 3 batters up, 3 batters down. Keeble's only faced 7 batters, so she's doing her job there in the circle right now. And we'll see if these Lady Bulldogs can get up to bat here and string some hits together. See if they can score a few runs. So we'll be back as the Lady Comets warm up. So now we've ready for the bottom of the second here as these Lady Bulldogs come up to bat. This is going to be number 99, Sabree Henderson, the lefty. And she's going to see if she can get on base to lead off this bottom of the second. She takes a hack at that first one. It was high. No balls, 1 strike. The wind has died down a little bit, so if you get a hold of one, I think it might can go. So Henderson's going to get right up on that line. Swings at the same pitch, gets the same result, strike 2. So the Lady Comets today played Luther. The Luther Lady Lions was able to come away with a win, 3-1. Hinton comes in as the 3 seed, but able to get in this winner's bracket. And there's Henderson. She's going to pop it up to the third baseman in foul territory, and she catches it no problem. So that'll be the first out of the second inning for the Lady Bulldogs. And now number 45, Morgan Brothers.
Up to bat for the Minco Lady Bulldogs, number 45, Morgan Brothers.
So Brothers up to bat with 1 out. Let's see if she can get a hold of one and get on base, get things going. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Able to get that one past her, and so 1 ball, 1 strike. Good looking swing. Got to keep your head on it. Kind of got your eyes looking out a little bit. Watch it all the way to your bat. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That's outside. She swung at it. I think that's kind of one of those things, 1 ball, 2 strikes, that you got to remember what the umpire's calling. If he's calling that, he's not calling it outside. You just don't even try. There's down the middle, strikes her out, and that'll be out number 2 of the inning, and this is becoming a pitcher's battle. So number 3, Emily Mock, up to bat for the Lady Bulldogs. Need to do something here. 2 down already in this second inning. 2 batters up. So we'll see if this third batter, Emily Mock, can do something. She's going to leave that first pitch high, and I think that's smart. We've seen the others swing at that first pitch and foul it straight back. That's because it's up high. Leave it alone, see if that ump's going to call it. And there's the pitch outside. He will not call. So 2 balls, no strikes. I think this is just learn your umpire. It's part of the game. Got to talk to each other in that dugout. What is he calling? What is he not? That's going to be too far inside. So 3 balls, no strikes. Really good job by Emily Mock here, trying to figure out a way to get on base to extend this inning. And he does call that one. Surprised that he called that one. What I've seen so far with both 3-0 counts, it doesn't matter what you throw it, he's going to call that strike. Just got to get it close. There's one down the middle for strike 2, and so now we've got 3 balls, 2 strikes. She hasn't swung the bat yet. So let's see if she can battle up here. Down the middle, she hits it hard, hits it high, right out to the left fielder. She's going to get under it, and she catches it for out number 3. And so the Lady Bulldogs go 3 up, 3 down that inning. Couldn't get on base, and so we'll go to the top of the third with the Minco Lady Bulldogs 1, as they scored that 1 in the first inning. The Hinton Lady Comets 0. So as the Lady Comets warm up, we will come back here in just a moment. So we'll get going here again. Top of the third, the Lady Bulldogs winning 1-0 so far. This is the second round game in the winner's bracket of the regional action for 2A. Number 10, Remington King, is going to come up to bat and face Briley Keeble out there in the circle. Going to get her pitch call and get up. Had a really good second inning there. It's becoming a pitcher's battle, that's for sure right now. She's going to go too far inside, and so 1 ball, no strikes. So this is 8-hole for the Lady Comets. They're down at the bottom of the lineup. They'll go 8-9-1 this inning. There's strike number 1. Blew that one past her. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's strike. Oh, she fought it off right off the handle, right over to Emily Mock. And she takes care of it, no problem, over to Lane Ray and out number 1. She threw it right on the inside corner. Got right on her hands, and she hit it right over to Emily Mock. And so this is number 1, Demi Dollenberg. She's going to bat 9-hole for these Lady Comets. So 1 out, top of the third. Keeble's throwing a good game so far. Nothing has been hit hard. It's all been little dinkers if they've got a hold of it. Other than that, she's striking them out. So there's going to be strike 1 as she took a swing at it. This is a slap hitter right here at 9-hole. Dallas Brothers ready for it over here. You can see her on the left side of your screen. The infielders, Dallas Brothers. Shortstop, J.C. Little. Second base, Emily Mock. First base, Elaine Ray. Julie Honer's catching. And she's going to try to get it over Brothers' head, and it goes foul, so no balls, 2 strikes. So as Brothers dives down, they're trying to get it over her head. So she's going to back off just a little bit. No balls, 2 strikes. And she misses that one. Strike number 3. So 2 outs now. So number 7, Sophie Barrett's going to come up for the Lady Comets. And Briley Keeble is officially mowing them down. There's only been one batter able to reach base so far in these 3 innings. And it was this one we're looking at right now. And she got it past Dallas Brothers. And so on the inside, strike number 1. And so Sophie Barrett, as she came up, hit it right off of her handle, but right down the baseline, just hard enough to get past Dallas Brothers. And this one fouled back. And she's behind on the pitch, can't catch up to Keeble. No balls, 2 strikes. And Briley Keeble is straight pounding the zone. I mean, she is throwing strike after strike after strike. She is just daring these hitters to try to get a hit off of her. That's going to be up high. Not a bad idea. See if you can get her to swing at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base. Might do something like that again. See if you can strike her out. Goes right down the middle, fouled back into the backstop. And so it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd. Lady Comets just trying to get somebody on base. That's going to be hit. Oh, and just foul. I mean, 6 inches foul as it went right into the shallow part of the left field line. And so just barely foul, which is exactly where she hit it last time, but just got it past Brothers on the ground. And so she's got a quick enough bat to get around on it. Might see if he can put something on the outside corner. That's where she goes. Little's going to come up with it, come up firing, and out number 3. And that's how you trust your defense right there. And so I like the adjustment. Put it on the outside so she couldn't get a hold of it so much. And J.C. Little takes care of the rest for out number 3. And we will go to the bottom of the 3rd and see if these Lady Bulldogs can get another run on the board. So we'll let these Lady Comets warm up. So we'll get going here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Lady Bulldogs are going to come up, try to get something going here. Hannah Fitzgerald was able to score off a Dallas Brothers hit, and that's been about it. And so J.C. Little, number 23, will come up to bat at the bottom of the 3rd. And that's going to be way inside. I think that got her, and it did. She got hit on the elbow, and she's going to work her way down to first base, hit by pitch, and that's what you want from your leadoff batter, is to get on. She's got an elbow pad on that elbow, and that's what it gets snagged. And so just barely got her. And so that'll put her on first. She's got some speed as well. That'll bring up number 8, Lane Ray. Lane Ray hit one hard out to center field. We'll see what she comes up with. Little doesn't steal on that one. Ray takes it, and so it's ball 1. No outs here. Got the leadoff batter on. That's going to help right here. Down the middle, low, but called strike. I don't think Ray liked that one. She's got a pretty good eye. So it was right around the knees and went ahead and called it. And there's a hit straight out to center. Going to catch it right at the wall. Little's going to have to go back. I mean, she put a hurt on that one, but it went right to the 200 feet marker. Got a hold of it, but there's just enough wind tonight that that wouldn't go out. And so that'll be out number 1. And Hannah Fitzgerald will come up to bat. She was the one that scored the only run so far in this game. And so 1 down, J.C. Little over at first. Hannah Fitzgerald, number 10, up to bat. She's going to take that first one, strike 1. Leaves that alone. Little gets down the base path and gets that steal. That's a second steal of the game. Fitzgerald got one in the first inning, and there's Little gets that one here in the third inning. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second. Now somebody in scoring position. Let's see if Fitzgerald can move her around. Left it outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. So now she's kind of in control of this at-bat. See if she can get her a good pitch to do something fun with right here. She's going to put it down. It goes straight back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Hamilton pitching a good game for the Lady Comets. Fitzgerald trying to get on base again. She hit it right over the third baseman's head. It just fell right over third base. She tries it again. That's going to go towards the dugout and go foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Her first at bat, I mean, she put it right over the third baseman's head, hit the dirt in the fair territory, and then had enough spin to just roll foul away from the shortstop. So she was able to get on base. Let's see what she does here. Fouls it straight back, battles up here, stays alive, gets another pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. She gets a hold of it, gets over second base. Little's going to take off. She's going to have to decide. She pulls up. Coach Little put the brakes on her. And Fitzgerald gets on again as she goes 2 for 2 here in this game. So we got runners on first and third. We've got Fitzgerald over on first, J.C. Little on third, and number 1, Tara Honer, comes up. We'll see if she can bring this runner in. 1 out. She just needs to hit it deep. And J.C. Little will do the rest to get in. So we'll see what number 1 can do. See if she can, this senior, see if she can put another run on the board for the Lady Bulldogs here in the second round action. She's going to fake the bunt. It's going to go as a ball. Fitzgerald's going to take second with no throw. So two runners in scoring position. Now it's time for Tara Honer to do a job. She's going to watch that one hit the dirt. Good stop by the catcher. 0-0 there, Hannah Deviney. And she kept that one in front of her. So 2 balls, no strikes. In a good spot right here as a hitter. Should be able to get a good pitch here. And she rocks it foul. A little way too early. Hits it right over the dugout. Heads over to the goalpost over in the football field. It might have been good. I can't see over there. I don't know. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third. That goes outside. 3 balls, 1 strike, and here's another hitter's count. She's going to want to throw a strike here. So you know Tara's going to be ready to hit one hard. She did get one out in the first game. She got a 2-run home run. I believe it was home run number 9 on the year for her. She's going to hit that one up. It's not deep enough, but still wide. And second baseman catches it, and so that will cause nothing. So not the productive out you wanted there on a 3-1 count. Got under it. And so that'll be out number 2 with runners on second and third. Now Dallas Brothers had 2 outs earlier, was able to score Fitzgerald from second. She hit one hard at the shortstop. That's going to be way outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. So Brothers has the only RBI in this game so far in this 3 innings, and so we're in the bottom of the third. We'll see if Dallas Brothers can get her another RBI or 2 here. And she's going to pop that one up. That's working its way foul, and it does go over the fence, right over to the gym. And so 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. The gaps are wide open. The right center gap, left center gap. That's going to be outside. He's going to leave it alone. So 2 balls, 1 strike. I'll say this about the umpire here at this game, the Mr. Official. He is he's consistent. And there's one on the right in the middle of the plate, and she misses it, and it fouls straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I know she probably wants that one back. That was the one to get somewhere. If she'll hit it to one of these gaps, it'll score 2, no problem. And so the senior Dallas Brothers batting 4-hole. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. She's going to have to battle up here. Try to get her a good swing. And there's one on the outside. She takes it backwards. So she fights to live another day here. She'll get another hack at it right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. They're going to be ready to move as soon as it hit. That's too far outside. Good patience there by Brothers. Doesn't swing at the bad pitch, and so here's a full count, 2 outs. My guess is these runners are going to be moving. Too far. Oh, way too far inside, but he calls it. Can't believe he called that strike, but he did. And so struck out Dallas Brothers, and that'll be the 3rd out. And the Lady Comets get away with one right there, as they had runners on second and third and couldn't bring one in with 1 out. So we'll go to the top of the 4th with just a 1-run lead for the Lady Bulldogs, 1-0. And so they'll get out to warm up, and we'll come back for the 4th inning. Sierra Weathers up to bat for the Lady Comets. We'll get this 4th inning started as we go to the top of the 4th. Briley Keeble in the circle. She's pitched a good game so far. She's going to have to continue because this is a low-scoring game. Hinton won their first game in this regional action, 3-1. So they've only allowed 2 runs so far today, and so that pitcher's been pitching well. Their defense playing well. So the same's going to happen for the Lady Bulldogs here as we start the 4th inning. There's a hit over to third base. Little picks it up from her knees, throws it over, and she gets her. What a throw from J.C. Little. Goes to the gap. Able to backhand it and throw it from her knees with a rocket arm and gets the out at first base over to Lane Ray. What a play by J.C. Little right there, showing some range. So 1 out. So number 9, MJ Hamilton. This is the pitcher. She's 3-hole. And so Keeble's going to keep going in the circle here. Little high, little inside. So ball 1. Man, what a play by J.C. Little right there, as she was able to do some damage right there. There's a little looper over to Lane Ray, right at her. She makes the catch, and so that'll be out number 2. So Keeble making it easy right now. Not very many pitches and getting outs. The Lady Comets are beginning to swing that bat quite a bit, because the reason they're swinging that bat and getting after it is because Keeble has just been throwing strike after strike after strike, and I'm sure their coach has said, hey, swing the bat. She's throwing strikes. And so that's going to be a little low. But so far the Lady Bulldog defense has been up to the task, and they've made some excellent plays. They had 1 error there in the first inning, and that's been it so far. That's all the Lady Comets have been able to get. And so that's fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got Mr. Sims to jump a little bit on that one. Mr. Sims today, he had to, I don't know if it's a demotion or a promotion, but he's over calling the batters up. So he's doing the press box job. That's what you do as a superintendent. That ball's going to be hit up the middle. It's going to find its way out into the outfield. And so they're going to get a hit there by Hannah Deviney. And she gets on first with 2 outs. Hit that one right back up the middle. Mock couldn't quite get over there. I thought she might dive for it, but I don't think it really would have mattered. So Tara picks it up in center field, gets it back into Keeble, and we'll try this again. So we're in the top of the 4th inning, 2 outs, a runner on first. There's a big swing, foul, heads to the basketball gym. So Alyssa Hale up to bat. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first. There's a good pitch right there. So no balls, 2 strikes, and now she's in charge of this at-bat as Keeble continues to throw strike after strike. Really has had command of the game so far in this circle tonight. Pounds the strike zone again, fouled back. So we'll stay at no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. You'll notice they're not going to try to steal. Our catcher, freshman Julie Honer, has a cannon. And I think she just dares you to throw. She would love to see you run so she could throw somebody out. And there's on inside the hands. And she barely fouled that one off. I think that ball hit the grip. That's how far inside that was. If it was a wooden bat, it would have broke. So no ball, 2 strikes still. Let's see what Coach Little pitch call he gives right here. Right down the middle. And he doesn't call a strike. Oh, man, that was pretty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I didn't just catch part of the plate. That caught all the plate. That's going to be high. She's going to throw it down. Ooh, pretty close over there. Couldn't quite catch it at first base. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Keeble going to have to battle right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And she's going to be able to get it over to Brothers. Brothers is going to throw it to Ray, no problem. And that'll be out number 3. And the Comets once again can't put anything on the board as Briley Keeble continues to mow it down the middle. And so the Lady Bulldogs got a couple runners on last time. Let's see if they can get a few more and be able to get him in home. So we'll let the Comets warm up. And so we'll go to the bottom of the fourth here. Julie Honer is going to come up to bat, number 21, and see if she can lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. See if she can get a hit here, get on base. And let's see if we can get the bats rolling for the Lady Bulldogs. Need to get something going, get some room. They've got the lead 1-0. It is a pitcher's battle right now. And it has been hard sledding, but the last inning, able to get a couple hits, just couldn't get any runs scored off of it. Got to take advantage of it when it's there. Got to do the jobs right. Gets a little tougher the further you go in the playoffs. So 1 ball, no strikes. Going to call that 1 ball, 1 strike. And she's going to find the gap there in between the first baseman and the second baseman. Nice hit by the freshman, and way to start off an inning as she's able to get a single, get on base and get started. And here comes the courtesy runner.
Number 99, Sabree Henderson.
Paisley Journey Cake.
Checking in to run. Paisley, Journey Cake.
Sabree Henderson up to bat, the left-hander. A good hit by the freshman Julie Honer to get on base. Wow. I mean, she right on the outside of the plate, took it right where you needed to. And so got things started off. Hopefully this will be a good omen for the Lady Bulldogs in this fourth inning. Could use a couple of runs. So that's going to be way outside. Ball 1. See if you can put a little pressure on this pitcher. Hinton's a good team. They've won a lot of games. Like I said earlier, they're 23-8. That is a really good record. That's going to be outside. And there goes Journey Cake. And she's going to slide in for a stolen base. Nicely done there. And she gets into scoring position. And that's what I love to see a Coach Little team do, is be aggressive. You're going to have to make the plays if you want to get these Lady Bulldogs out. They're going to put the pressure on you. And so nicely done by Journey Cake. And so 2 balls, no strikes for Henderson. And she's going to rip it up the middle. And here comes Journey Cake. She's going to take off. There's going to be a throw at the plate. And she's going to make it no problem. And Sabree Henderson with an RBI single as she ripped it right up the middle and scored Journey Cake, and that'll be run number 2. And that is exactly what you wanted if you're the Lady Bulldogs. No outs. Been able to get 2 hits in this inning, a stolen base, which adds up to another RBI. And so number 45, Morgan Brothers, is going to come up to bat. And she's going to see if she can continue this. That's going to be inside. Maybe a little bit low. He's called those a few times, so got to watch. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Morgan Brothers up to bat. And she's going to try to put a bunt down. She pops it up backwards. And so that'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. She's going to have to put those down. So I know Coach Little, this is how you produce runs. You gotta be able to do the fundamentals here. You got to be able to put a bunt down so you can move that runner around, put her in scoring position. She's going to swing away. She hits it hard, but way foul. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs, runner on first. And Morgan Brothers is going to have to battle right here. There's one down the middle. She's going to foul it straight back. Almost caught the catcher on the dome. She got surprised by that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Runner on first. Brothers battling up to get another swing here. She's going to get that one, pop it up. It's going to go back and over the backstop. So it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. I would say her bat's, it's falling back a little bit, dragging a little bit. Get it through the zone here, get you hit. She leaves that one alone. Henderson's going to take off. She's got second base, no problem. The first wild pitch of the game. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and now we've got another runner in scoring position. See if her Brothers can do her job here and advance the runner over to third at least. And she hits that one hard at third base. Third base misses it. Henderson puts on the brakes. Brothers gets there no problem. Boy, that's what I'm talking about. That didn't drag through the zone there. She got that barrel out there and hit it hard, and the third baseman had some alligator arms over there and had to pull back a little bit. Got a little scared on that one because it was getting there in a quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so that'll put runners on first and second with no outs. And these Lady Bulldogs are beginning to apply a little pressure, and so the coach is going to come out. Going to have a little conversation, see if he can calm down everybody to make plays. But in a good position here. Already has scored 1 run. And trying to find some more here in this 4th inning. Could the 4th inning be the big run inning? And so the Bulldogs are hoping that as we have Emily Mock up. And then you'll have J.C. Little. And get back to the top of the lineup. So be interested to see here. Mock's a pretty good bunter. She puts one down and moves them around to second and third. We'll see what Coach Little asks Emily Mock to do. So number 3, Emily Mock, up to bat, no outs. Brothers on first. That's Morgan Brothers. Sabree Henderson on second. Inside, she puts the bunt down a little too close to third. It doesn't matter. Oh, throwing over to first. Nobody was there. And so it's going to score 1. Here comes Brother. She's going to get another one. And Emily Mock's going to make her way all the way over to third base. What a good job. She put a hard bunt to third base. She was moving towards first, so she threw it over there. The second baseman was supposed to get there. She did not. And that ball flew to the foul line fence. And so Henderson and Brothers score from first and second. Brothers all the way from first base scored. She was on the horse. She was moving. And Emily Mock didn't stop either as things were happening because that ball went all the way to the fence. She made her way all the way to third. You want to talk about some speed on the base pass for the Lady Bulldogs. And here's J.C. Little, number 23. She bats in the 9 hole. And so all this damage done with 0 outs. And so this could be the inning the Lady Bulldogs have been wanting. Able to score 3 already this inning. And no outs with J.C. Little up. Emily Mock is over at third. Just need to get this somewhere to score that runner. And, man, it's going to be a big inning. She's going to hit it down third base line, right at the dugout. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. These slap hitters try to kind of drag the bat behind, see if they can find a piece of grass or a piece of dirt where nobody's at and just use their speed. And she's going to go right down the baseline, and that is foul. Just barely. Boy, that was inches, I'm telling you. It just missed the third base. But it did go foul. Emily Mock, good job getting out of the way. She was ready to score on that one. And so it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs with a runner on third. Little trying to find a place to put this ball. And she's going to foul that one out. And she's going to battle it up here and get another pitch. This is what I love about the Bulldogs. They don't let anything easy happen. They're going to swing away. They're going to make a pitcher earn it, and that pays off later on in the innings, and that might be what's paying off right now. And there's one. She's going to get it to the shortstop. She's going to have to hurry and throw that ball, and J.C. Little outruns it, and that's an RBI single as Emily Mock comes in and scores the 4th run of the inning, makes it 5-0 Lady Bulldogs, and there is still 0 outs as J.C. Little makes it to first. Hit that straight to the shortstop. It was just slow enough, and the shortstop didn't charge hard enough. And J.C. Little can flat out get down the baselines. And, man, you're seeing the speed of the Lady Bulldogs cause havoc against these Lady Comets. Lane Ray going towards the gym. So that'll be no balls, 1 strike, no outs still. Little on first. Boy, the inning that you wanted. If you're going to try to make your way to the state championship, you got to have innings like this, where you've been shut down for a little bit, but you don't stop, and you just figure out a way to make it happen. And these Lady Bulldogs have come out and figured out a way to make it happen. So Lane Ray's going to hit it out again over the fence, over the dugout. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. J.C. Little's got enough speed to steal. She has had a little bit, she had hip surgery, so I know there's a little bit of worried about sliding maybe probably every now and then. That's fouled straight back, so stay 1-2. But she looks like she's pretty much healed up as she's just, I mean, smoke was behind her as she was going down the baseline. She was moving. And that's going to be a changeup, and it's going to miss. And she is thrown out. Kind of got a late jump on that one. And so that'll be out number 1, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think she took off when she wasn't really needed to. She just got a late jump on that, it looked like to me. And Lane Ray hits it hard. It's going back, back, back. Gone! Lane Ray hammers it to center and gets it right out of the glove, the reach of the glove, for a home run, and that'll be run number 6 as Lane Ray smokes it to center field, which makes that out at second. If you don't steal there, you're there. That's a 2-run homer. But you get it anyway. Lane Ray's just been hitting the ball well, and I mean, she crushed that to center field. And it just was out of the reach of the center fielder. She reached up to try to get it, but it was just enough on it to get over. And so Lane Ray with a home run today. Hannah Fitzgerald's going to come up to bat. And so just 1 out still. And these Lady Bulldogs scored 5 in the 4th. And so a heck of an inning for the Lady Bulldogs. And Hannah Fitzgerald's going to see if she can continue to cause some havoc. And that's going to be strike 1. Caught the outside corner there. Fitzgerald's had a good day. She's 2 for 2. Been able to get on base twice. She leaves that one alone. 1 ball, 1 strike. She's going to hit that right at the shortstop. She gets it at her ankles, throws it over. It was close, but it is enough to get that 2nd out. Fitzgerald made that really close. She got down that baseline. And so Tara Honer will come up to bat with 2 outs. She got number 9, her home run earlier in the day today. She hit number 9. I'm sure she'd love to get to double digits. That's going to be popped straight up. I think she was looking for it. And that's going to and the second baseman bobbles it, but somehow figures out a way to hold on to it. And that'll be the end of the fourth inning, but not
Minco 6.
not until the Bulldogs are able to score 5 that inning and get the 6-0 lead. In the way that Keeble has been pitching, you got to feel pretty good about that inning as they go to the 5th inning. What a job by the bats of the Lady Bulldogs there in the 5th inning. We'll be back as the Comets warm up. We'll get you going for the top of the 6th or the top of the 5th. And so we'll get started here with the top of the 5th. And the Lady Comets will come up to bat.
Number 8. Charlie Van Huss.
Charlie Van Huss. So we'll start the top of the 5th. Keeble back in the circle. She's been pitching well. And there's strike number 1 to start off the 5th inning. And there's on the inside. Nice pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Keeble has just pitched well this game. Tara Honer threw a great game in the first game to beat the Lady Savages. And here Briley Keeble has just been doing the same thing here in the second game here in the winners bracket. Good pitch right there, a little low. No ball, or 1 ball, 2 strikes. So no outs. We start the top of the 5th here. The Lady Bulldogs taking a big lead, 6-0, with a big inning there in the 4th. Struck her out. So Briley Keeble continues to pound the zone and able to get that out there. So this will be number 15, Alyssa Gomez. So she's going to get her play call here, pitch call. Right down the middle, strike 1. Boy, she has done a good job of staying ahead of the count. She has not thrown a lot that has not been a strike. Every now and then she tries to get a hitter to go after something, but she does that on purpose. She's had great control this game. That ball's going to get up. That's going to be difficult. Tara Honer calls off Brothers. Good communication there out in the outfield for out number 2. Center fielder always wins. If you hear the center fielder yell for it, you move away because that is their ball. And that's how it works. So good job by Morgan Brothers. Good job by Tara Honer. Good communication for out number 2. Once again, impressed by the defense, just doing things right. And so Keeble making quick action so far in the 5th. There's another, a little high. I thought that was a strike. And so 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Lady Comets trying to get back into this game. That one's high as well, so 2 balls, no strikes. I'm going to step back to the back of the circle, regather herself. Just hadn't been very many counts where she's been behind. And there's one right down the middle, 2 balls, 1 strike. I think if I was a coach and I was coaching against Minco and Keeble was in the circle against me, I don't think I'd ever give the take sign. And there's strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to get out of this inning here with no damage done. Hits it right back to Keeble. She picks it up no problem, gets it over to Ray, and that is out number 3. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th with the Lady Bulldogs 6-0, and Briley Keeble is in charge of this game. We'll let those Lady Comets warm up, and we'll get back going to the bottom of the 5th. So here we go for the bottom of the 5th. Dallas Brothers is going to come up first.
Bulldogs, number 5. Let's hear it for Dallas Brothers.
So number 5, Dallas Brothers, the senior. She's been hitting the ball hard today. And there's strike number 1. She didn't like it, thought it was a little inside, but he's been calling it all day. That one's too far inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Brothers has had a couple hard hits today. She's going to try to get another one right here. Good pitch by the pitcher there. Went to the outside. Brothers just misses it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Cielo Weathers is the new pitcher for the Lady Comets. Kind of moved their lineup around a little bit. The shortstop came down to catch. That's going to be too far outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And then they moved some more people around. I'm not sure who went where. I mean, they really did move their lineup around there for defense. There's a changeup. Brothers fouls it down the third baseline. So it'll stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So the Lady Bulldogs doing a good job doing what they were supposed to do here in this regional. Really got a nice regional draw. Set up for him to make a way to go to state. That ball's hit hard to the gap. It's going. It's going. It's gone! Dallas Brothers hits a rope to right center. And it goes all the way over the fence. And she will score the 7th run of the game with a solo home run for Dallas Brothers. And the seniors are stepping up this evening. And she put a hurt on that ball as the wind has died down a little bit. And the Bulldogs are starting to hit it hard. So Julie Honer's going to come up to bat. And she'll probably want to do something similar. So good job. I told you, Brothers has been hitting that ball hard today, and she got one to go out there. That's going to be inside ball 1. Like I was saying before, Dallas crushed it out of here. The Bulldogs got a good regional bracket here, and so it was set up for them to be able to head to state, and that's what they're trying to accomplish. There's ball number 2. And so they want to win this game, and that'll put them in the championship game for the regionals tomorrow at 2 o'clock. The loser of this game will play at noon against Luther. That's going to be inside ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. And so Luther got beat by Hinton, but they went and beat Wynnewood today. So Wynnewood lost both games, but they only beat Wynnewood 8-7. Last inning was able to get it. There's ball 4. And Julie Hunter will take first base. And so courtesy runner will be Paisley Journey Cake, and she'll go run for Julie Honer. And so good job by the leadoff batter to get on with no outs. And now Sabree Henderson will come up. And so Wynnewood got beat 8-7 by Luther, so that put them continuing to survive to play the loser of this game. That ball's going to get past the catcher. She's going to take second easily. And so no outs, runner on second. Henderson up to bat here with 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. And so Hinton will have to play Luther if this is how it continues to look. And there's a hit down the first baseline, foul. And so that game was won by Hinton today, 3-1. Luther was the 2 seed. Hinton was the 3 seed coming in. And so they were able to upset Luther there to get to this winner's bracket game. Second round game here against Minco. There's a changeup high. 2 balls, 1 strike. And so everything's setting up really good for the Lady Bulldogs. But the key is not that you're set up in a good regional. The key is that you can do it when you get there. And they are doing it while they're here. And there's a rocket that's hit way high. And it's making its way back. She's chasing it, foul territory, and drops it. And so that'll be called foul ball. That thing was a mile high. And the right fielder couldn't quite get to it. Not sure how, but she couldn't get over there. And she right off the end of her glove in foul territory. And so Sabree Henderson will try one more time here with 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to be too far outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. And so here are the Lady Bulldogs trying to win another game, trying to punch their ticket to the state playoffs at the Hall of Fame Stadium up at OKC. Ooh, too far inside. Going to walk her. Morgan, Paisley Journey Cake just hanging out in the middle. She didn't know if it was a hit by pitch, and so she just kind of stood there. Got to watch the umpire on that. If the umpire throws his hands in the air, you know it's a dead ball. If the hands don't go in the air, it's just a ball. And so Sabree Henderson able to get the base on balls, walks down to first, so Morgan Brothers up to bat. She's going to show bunt, called strike. Henderson's going to make her way down to second. So no outs, runners on second and third. And Morgan Brothers up to bat. No outs. That's going to be too far inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Lady Bulldogs trying to win this game, get into that championship game for regionals, and that way they can punch that ticket. Brothers with a big swing, misses on the changeup. I think they've got a good chance. They're going to get any team that they're going to play. That team's going to have to play very well to beat this squad. And so I think they've got a real chance. And there's a foul ball off the tip of the bat. Another changeup way out in front. But I think they check all the boxes to me, these Lady Bulldogs. They got a good lineup, 1 through 9. They can hit. There's a couple of hitters on the bench as well. They play good defense. They've got 3 solid pitchers. That's going to be outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, runner on second and third. So they play good defense. They pitch well. They hit well. They do the right things. They've got speed. I'm just telling you, they got power. They check a lot of the boxes. It makes you very interested. There's a foul straight into the dugout. Makes you very interested to see what damage they can do at the state playoffs if they can get there. And so it's a good-looking year for these Lady Bulldogs. There's some other good teams out there that play just as well. All the teams that make it to state are going to be good. There's 8 regionals happening today. And 8 teams are trying to find their way to it. Brothers waits on that one. Will it stay fair? Oh, and it just misses. Bounces in front of the left fielder, just foul. I'm talking about maybe a foot foul. And so she'll get another hack at it. So a lot of other good teams out there. It'll be tough. But I think this team's got everything that you want to make a run at it. So Coach Little's got a good squad. And there's a hit straight at the shortstop. Caught in the air. And she's going to double her up as she took off. Got to freeze when the ball's a line drive. You got to learn to freeze. And so she had a couple of troubles there as she tried to run those bases, that courtesy runner. And I'm sure Coach Little will have a little conversation there, because that hurts. You had runners at second and third with no outs, and now you've got runners at second with 2 outs and didn't score anything. And so this is Emily Mock, and she's going to take the first pitch for strike. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that's probably a little disappointing for the Lady Bulldogs there. Runners on second, third, no outs. Not be able to score is going to be tough, and there's a changeup for a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes to Mock with 2 outs. Going to have to get a hold of one. That's going to be outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Journey Cake didn't freeze on that line drive. Shortstop caught it. Able to make the easy double play as she was running down the line. And got her out at third, not tagging up. And there's a hit to the gap. That could fall down. Center fielder on her horse and able to make the snag as she dives. What a catch out there. Good looking hit by Mock, just missed it. And so that'll be the end of the 5th inning, and we'll head to the 6th. The Lady Bulldogs got that one as Dallas Brothers was able to hit one out right center and got the solo home run, and so pushes this lead to 7-0, and we will head to the top of the 6th. And we will get the top of the 6th inning started. Keeble still in the circle for these Lady Bulldogs. Has pitched quite the game here with the shutout so far. Has not allowed very many runners on base today. It's been tough for these batters. Hit right back to her, and she's going to get the first out of the inning. And she makes an easy play. And so, I mean, there has been maybe one solid hit. Maybe one solid hit today. And so Sophie Barrett will come up to bat. But I think the Lady Comets have gotten one solid swing on Briley Keeble. It's been tough sledding for these Lady Comets as Briley Keeble continues to just throw strike after strike, locating very well this evening. And she's pitching a really good game. And so that'll be strike one as she fouled it back. And that's what makes you impressed with this team, that they're not just good on one thing, they're good on all facets of the game. That'll be outside, ball one, strike one. One out. So the Lady Bulldogs up 7-0 here in the 6th inning. That's going to be fouled back and over the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So once again, Keeble able to get ahead of the count, and that way she could throw what she wants to throw here in this position. And that's the key for her. She could continue to stay ahead of hitters like this. Boy, it allows you to throw a really good game. And that's going to be hit just foul. I mean, just barely, as it went over third base, just landed foul right out of the outstretched glove of Dallas Brothers. And so it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Now, I'm telling you, that was inches from the foul line as it went right over the third base side. And there's strike number 3 for out number 2. Got her looking, froze her on the inside corner. And so Keeble with another strikeout this evening. And that'll get her to 2 outs here in the 6th inning. She's making quick work of the Hinton Lady Comets. This is Sierra Weathers. She's going to hit it down third baseline. Finally a solid hit. Brothers gets to it in a hurry. She throws it to second. There's going to be a pickle. There's got it to her, and she's going to get her out. What a play by Morgan Brothers. Hustled over to the foul line because that ball was just fair. It was hit hard. Brothers hustles and gets it over to second base, and they're able to get Weathers in a pickle right there. And she got stuck in the middle, and a good job by Lane Ray and a good job by Emily Mock to get the out. And so out number 3, no damage done. Stays 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. So we'll get started here for the bottom of the 6th. The Lady Bulldogs up 7-0. J.C. Little would come up to bat to start this off. She had a nice hit last inning, and she hit it at the shortstop, hustled down the baseline, was able to get on base as she showed her speed. She's going to take that first pitch for a strike. So we started this game pretty quick, but it slowed down a little bit as the Bulldogs been trying to put some runs on the board. And so that they have. It's 7-0. And that's going to be a big chopper over to the shortstop. She's going to have to be quick. And the first baseman makes a good stretch and able to get the out for out number 1 of this 6th inning. So Lane Ray's up to bat, the senior. She hit one out, straight center. She's got her a home run today. That's what's impressive about these seniors that are playing. These 3 seniors have all got a home run today. when your one hole's got power, that shows you what kind of team you have. Usually your one hole's a slap hitter or something like that, but she's got the speed to go along with the power. She's had a hot bat today. She leaves that changeup alone, so that'll make it 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. And there's another shot. It's not going to go as deep, and the center fielder's going to get under it. And that'll make it out number 2 of this 6th inning. Hannah Fitzgerald will come up to bat.
Number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald.
So this second round action here in the regional playoff game here in 2A. These Lady Bulldogs have done what they've wanted to do today, accomplished what they're wanting to accomplish. They're trying to put this game in. So Hannah Fitzgerald's going to roll it down to make that a tough play. Wow, what a hit. The first baseman didn't know what to do, to go after it or not. She knew if she went for it, she wasn't going to be able to get her out. And so great job by Hannah Fitzgerald. Shows her speed and gets on first base. That was nice. So Tara Honer up to bat with 2 outs. Fitzgerald on first. She's going to take off. Wild pitch. She's got it no problem. And so she'll get in scoring position here for the senior Tara Honer. She'll see if she can drive in a run and see if they can get a run this inning. That's going to be too far inside. So 2 balls. No strikes. 2 outs. Runner on second. That's going to be too far outside. 3 balls, no strikes. See if he gives her the green light here or the take. I'm going to guess he's going to give her a take sign and allow Dallas Brothers to come up. She does. That'll be strike 1. Going to say I haven't seen this umpire not call a 3-0 count as a strike, so I was pretty sure it was going to be. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. That ball was inside, hit it over to the fence in foul territory, so it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So full count here. That ball, I would say, was probably a ball. Might have not have been with this umpire. He's called that a few times. So Tara went ahead and swung at it. And she said, I don't want to walk. I want to see if I can hit one here. She gets a hold of that one, rips it in between short and third. Fitzgerald's going to get on her horse. She's going to be able to score standing up. And an RBI single for Tara Honer as Hannah Fitzgerald scores the 8th run. That's what's so impressive there. 2 outs. Fitzgerald comes up, hits a great little hit, little roller at the first baseman. She's got to decide what to do. She gets on base, steals second, and then Tara Honer rips it in between short and third base and scores the RBI single. And that's what you want to see out of your batters, that even with 2 outs you can score runs. It makes you dangerous. And so Dallas Brothers up to bat. Tara Honer on first with 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. She's going to hit it to the same place, the exact same hit. And that's going to put runners on first and second, and that'll bring up Julie Honer. So with 2 outs, a little bit of a rally here by the Lady Bulldogs. So Julie Honer, the catcher, is going to come up, the freshman. I'd like to see her get a hit here in the playoffs. She was able to get one right between first and second base a couple of bats ago. I'd like to see her get another one right here. She started off the inning with a walk last time. There's strike 1. So runners at first and second. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. She's got the power. She gets a hold of one. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was high. She's going to look for her pitch and see if she can give it a ride. The wind has basically died down now. There's not much out there. That should have been the one, and so that's going to catch the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Should have pulled the trigger right there. It might have gone somewhere. So the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Little 2-out rally happening here. Julie Honer trying to continue it. And she's going to get it off her hands, but gets it over the shortstop. Tara's going to take off, and she's going to get a stand-up. She's going to score that run. So RBI single by Julie Honer. Scores her sister, Tara Honer. And so the 2-out rally continues as we go up 9-0. And so Journey Cake's going to come back in to courtesy run. And so Brothers at second, Journey Cake at first, and Sabree Henderson up to bat as the Lady Bulldogs extend this lead to 9-0. And it looks like Brothers is going to get pinch runned here by number 11. I believe that's Ava Russell, I think. So no balls, no strikes, 2 outs. A 2-out rally here. Henderson up to bat. She's going to take that one low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So a 2-out rally happening right here. They've been able to score 2. They had nothing going, and all of a sudden something's going. And that's going to be a strike. She wanted to pull the trigger, but she held off. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. This lineup is just potent. They just keep coming at you. Every batter that comes up can do something. It's fun to watch, ladies and gentlemen. That ball's going to be too far. It's going to be wild. They're going to take off. And so runners on second and third now for Henderson. And she's going to see what she can do here with 2 balls, 1 strike. She can be choosy right here. If it's right where she wants it, she can take a hack at it. If it's not, leave it alone. And she takes a hack at it. Hit hard to second base. She scoops it up, throws it over to first base, and that'll be out number 3. And we will head to the top of the 7th, where these Lady Bulldogs need 3 more outs. And the Lady Bulldogs are up 9-0, need 3 outs, and we are done with this game. So the Lady Bulldogs will warm up, and we will see if we can finish this game with 3 more outs. So here we go for the top of the 7th. So number 9, MJ Hamilton, will come up to bat for the Lady Comets. Just need 3 outs, and this ball game is over, and you head to the regional championship game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And so that's the goal here this inning, is to get to that place. And if you can get to the regional championship game, it just takes 1 win and you're in. And that ball's fouled straight back for strike 1. And so tomorrow, if you get in that regional championship, you win 1, you go to state. If you get beat, you still get another chance to win. There would be an if game after it, and so you could get 2 chances from whoever wins out of Luther and the loser of this game. And there's a ball inside for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, fouled both of them back. And so right now the Lady Bulldogs are in the driver's seat. And if they can make themselves get 3 outs here with no damage done, they can do that. And if they win that one tomorrow, they punch their ticket to state. And they'll be able to head to the Hall of Fame Stadium, OKC, and see if they can make a run at a state championship. And I think they have a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful chance this year. So Keeble has pitched a great game today. And that one's going to be a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, she has been in control of this game. She has hit her locations. She's been inside, outside, up, down, making girls swing at bad pitches. I think I can only remember maybe 2 hard hit balls all game long. That means only 2 have been able to get at their barrel on the bat. She's been making them do what she wants to do. Getting the ground balls where she needed, getting pop flies where she needed it. And so able to make plays. Her defense behind her, she's not worried about it. That ball's going to be hit softly to Brother. She's going to scoop it up, throw it over to Ray. No problem. Out number 1. And we're 2 outs away. And she's just made it hard on these Lady Comets. Once again, kind of on the inside of the barrel. Made it easy for Dallas Brothers to kind of smoothly pick it up and throw it over to Lane Ray. And so 1 out. That's going to bring up 0-0 Hannah Deviney. She'll be up to bat. So 2 more outs and we're done with this game as we're in the top of the 7th inning. Strike right there. And she is just continuing to pound the zone. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That ball's hit hard out to right field. That's going to get over Fitzgerald's head. Hits the bottom of the fence. She's going to have to chase after it. And gets the ball in. And it rolls all the way to third base. And so big hit there by Deviney. She crushed it all the way to the fence. I mean, hit the bottom of the fence right under the scoreboard. And so that'll be a double for the Lady Comets. And so they're not going out without saying something. It's going to make the Bulldogs work here to get these last couple outs to get out of this game with a W. Alyssa Hale up to bat for the Lady Comets with a runner on second. And so I'm just telling you, that girl got way off at second. I wouldn't be surprised to see a throwdown at a pickoff at second. Let's see. That ball inside. They're going to try it. When she threw it to the correct side that time, almost got it. Man, that ball gets down there in a hurry. And that's another weapon by these Lady Bulldogs. These runners can't get that far off the base, and so you can't get full speed, which helps you get outs. And so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's another strike, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And so if those runners just can't go full speed and know they can get back real easy, they'll take off halfway down the line. And so if there's a hit, they can get to that base pretty easy, that next base. But if you got to think about that pickoff, you don't get so far off. That ball's fouled straight back. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. And so once again, I just think these Lady Bulldogs check off a lot of boxes to say, why not the Lady Bulldogs this year with the state championship? There's a nice off-speed pitch. So 2 outs as Keeble able to get the strikeout there with the changeup. Got her out on her front foot swinging. Julie Honer faked the throw down to second and froze everybody. So this Huss
up for the Hit Lady Comets.
Charlie Van Huss up. So 2 outs. Start off with a strike. So ladies and gentlemen, we're so glad that you joined us on MincoBulldogs.tv this evening to watch these Lady Bulldogs take another step closer to punch their ticket to state, as there's 2 outs and 1 strike. And there's strike number 2, and we're down to the final strike to be done with this game. Get the W, head to the regional championship game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If you can make it, that would be great. We'll carry it on MincoBulldogs.tv. we got a fun day tomorrow for you. Not only will we bring that game, we'll head up to Watonga to watch these boys continue with an undefeated season. Julie Honer throws it down to second in a hurry. And just safe over there. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And so we'll have fun tomorrow. We'll get to carry this championship game for the Lady Bulldogs, and we'll go up to Watonga and see if these Bulldogs can go up and win another one. And there's strike number 3, and that's the ball game. Briley Keeble with a shutout. And man, did she do a number today, did a job. And so great job. So Hinton will take on Luther tomorrow at noon. And the winner of that game will play Minco at 2 o'clock. And so hope that you can come out and cheer them on. If you can't, we hope that you'll watch us on MincoBulldogs.tv. And we'll see if these Lady Bulldogs can get them a regional championship and punch their ticket to state and to head to the Hall of Fame Stadium up in OKC. And so thanks for joining us once again. Lady Bulldogs 9, Hinton Lady Comets 0.